My name is Martin Cerff. I am a biochemical engineer. I've studied biochemical engineering here in Karlsruhe. It's a course which is closely related to chemical engineering. And I'm a PhD student at the Department of Bioprocess Engineering, which is headed by Professor Posten, and I'm in the second year right now.
Okay, and what is your PhD about?
My topic?
Yeah.
My topic is about magnetic separation. Magnetic separation is applied in biotechnology when you want to intensify a bioprocess. You want to create integrated bioprocesses where the separation of a product is integrated into the production.
And where do you come from?
I come from Karlsruhe. I have not stayed here during my whole life. My parents, we moved to another place, but I came back to Karlsruhe.
Okay, and can you resume what you are doing every day here?
Every day?
For your PhD?
The whole day is, the variety is great. I mean, of course, at this university you don't always, there are many things you have to do. One focus is of course the research, but on the other hand there is, we are also involved in teaching, and there are labs that we have to supervise, and so there is a great variety of jobs that are done. Of course we also supervise students who will do parts of the research, and so if there is an exam we have to take care of the students.
And are you paid for your PhD?
Yes, we are paid.
Okay. And was it easy to get your position?
As I told you earlier, I finished my diploma thesis here with the topic about magnetic separation, so I continued with that. If you want to go for a PhD, what are my advices? I mean, you should be interested to discover new things that have never explored before. I mean, you have to be a good observer, and you have to be critical, and to think a lot about these things that you're dealing with. So you have to be an open-minded person and interested in the subject you're working on.
And what is your most exciting technique you learned?
The most exciting technique, it's of course we are in the development of new processes, and we develop new types of reactors and all these things, and it's really interesting, and it's also a lot of fun to combine these things with like modeling work, or you have to put many structures together. You have to talk to biologists from whom you get bacteria or algae, and you have to implement these microorganisms in your current system, and you want to understand it, so you do a lot of modeling, and to combine all these things, that's I think what makes this job very fascinating.
Okay, and which qualifications should you have for this job? Soft skills, hard skills?
Well, of course, we're in an engineering department, so you have to be interested in maths, for example. You have to calculate a lot. Of course, on the other side, you have to understand biologists from whom you get the organisms, since we don't modify them genetically. That's
okay. And will your project lead to publication?
I hope so. I've already finished the project, and I hope that of course you need to write that, and you will have to fix it together somehow, that it's one structure that's closed.
And in your lab, how the people interact? Are there different labs? Do you work interdisciplinary?
Yes, I would say we work quite disciplinary, because I mean in our lab there are many different reactor systems, but of course when you establish a new process you need, for example, analysis techniques, and since you have to establish a method first, you you need to find ways to get to some results. And of course, I think in Karlsruhe there is a big structure since the KIT has been founded, so there are many other departments who can help you with that, and you have to work in that way, and it is done.
And is there cooperation on a large scale, especially with other countries?
On a large scale, we also have projects which are pretty big on a European basis, and there are many different partners. And for example, in magnetic separations, there is a project to bring up small-scale technology into a really large scale, so to implement the technique in industry, for example.
And would you choose this topic again?
Yes, I would choose it again. Of course, there are many other very interesting topics that you can work on, but yes, I think this, especially the magnetic separation, is a really interesting topic.
And do you feel happy, supported, well supervised in the lab here?
Yes, I do, but of course you have to work independently. I mean, you have finished your studies here in Germany, and your friends who won't go for a PhD, they go to industry, and of course they are staying alone, I would say. I mean, you have to act responsibly, and you have to take care of students, so you have a small working group as well, of which you have to take care of, and so.
And what are your perspectives after this job?
I think most of the people they go to industry. They go to you can go to big companies like I won't. I'm not sure if I should mention names, but you can go to the chemical industry as an engineer and try to set up huge production facilities, or also the big companies do a lot of research. On the other hand, there are small startup enterprises where you have, I think, a lot of freedom to act, because the company needs to grow first. And then the third track is to stay at university, or I mean to go to the academia track and do a postdoc or go for habilitation, for example.
Okay. And how does your job change the world?
Sorry, change?
The world.
The world. The world. I hope it will change the world. I mean, actually, when I started my PhD here, I worked on mosses, and in Germany there is a saying, ohne Moos nichts los, which means that this plant is very important, and without it nothing is possible. And I hope that there is an impact, of course. If it is, we will see. That's research.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.